That is a legal way of telling you that you should not.
Wait, hold on. Let's look at this. This same FIFA Disciplinary Code, Article 85, independence, where it says that in particular the judicial bodies of FIFA pass their decisions entirely independently. In particular, they shall not receive instructions from any other body. That is definitive.
That is your independence as a judicial body, that you should not.
I'm saying the coinage of the word you shall not. That is definitive.
When they tell you in constitution or in the law that you may not, is another way of telling you that you should not.
But you can challenge it.
There's no need to challenge it. That is the standard, Tunde. International law everywhere. That's the way they coin it. You may not. It tells you you should not. You cannot be in executive and be in judicial body at the same time. It's a way of telling you that, look, separate yourself. At the same time, you cannot be there. In the future, you may have left one of the bodies and be in the other one. But at the same time, you cannot be in executive committee and be in judicial body.
Okay, but I may or may not decide to challenge this.
Well, I totally agree with you, whether may or shall. But the fact is that when you are a member, especially the chairman, because that law says the chairman and vice chairman,
you have
legal training. So it presupposes that you have to be independent. What we have seen in this case, even by the chairman's actions and inaction, is utterances. Right from the outset, the man, showed that he was biased.
I don't.
No, we didn't say that he was working to the answer.
Let's not.
Left for Abidjan.
And I think that was why
let's not go into the
drafted that law. That was what they wanted to avoid, and it's happening. We are all human beings. How many times do you see a referee, celebrating when one of the teams score a goal? But when you start celebrating, the question begins. Impartiality.
Anyway, let's throw this up for our friends who are lawyers with an understanding of sports law and the way it works in FIFA and CAF. Because if, as today is saying, that may not or should not is the issue, why is it that in CAF, the people that are in the judicial body are so neutral, they are not in any of the standing committees or executive committee of CAF? Why is it the same with Ghana? Why is it the same with South Africa? Why is it the same with FIFA?
It's possible that those ones have their hands full.
In FIFA, hold on to me, in FIFA, in the disciplinary committee, you are not a member of the executive committee. You are not in any other standing committee. So why is FIFA different? And why is...
And even in this law, it was quoted there, in black and white, that the disciplinary code will follow the same procedure. FIFA.
All right, so sports lawyers, help us out on this issue. It's not about the Keshi issue now. We are done with the Keshi issue. Keshi, I'm sure, is walking away. The NFF are going to appoint Amadou Shaibu is going to be in charge, and Salisu Yusuf. We're moving on. Maybe later on the foreign coach could come, or a local coach. It depends on the NFF. We're moving on. But for the sake of the future, when there are more critical issues that could determine the future of Nigerian football, to avoid loopholes that people can hold on to. And just talk to us about it. We will be able to read your comments. We are interested in learning from you. And we expect that our sport lawyers will also step in now and really help us out, because this is very, very key to our moving ahead.
When we always say move on, even in the political sphere, we keep on saying move on. But we have not moved anywhere.
We have not addressed the issue.
But we have to move.
This man are they saying that a single individual is a problem on Nigerian football?
That's what you mean. Because if you look at it, normally when you sack a coach, you expect the entire backroom staff to follow him. But it seemed in this case as if it was Keshi that was singled out. You can argue that it was Keshi who solely applied for the job. But it's possible that if Keshi moved, he would have taken his backroom staff.
Capacity building in the UK, so they don't want to waste resources.
You can also comment on that issue. It's also a very critical issue.
Yeah.
You can also comment on the issue that Tunde talked about. Keshi is out, but the other coaches are in, and all of that. What do you think? You think, is that a sign that it was the man that was being targeted and all of that?
There's also the issue because, there's also the argument that the backroom staff were appointed for him.
No, he chose.
So if he chose, in football, that is still debate. Some are still arguing that he wanted, he didn't want. But in football, normally when a coach moves, he moves
Yeah.
with his backroom staff
But in our,
because of a certain loyalty that
I
exists
understand.
between them.
But in the Nigerian environment, maybe the technical committee and the other people have seen that, look, these backup coaches, these backroom staff are doing a good job. The goalkeeper trainer,
Yeah.
it was the same under Siasia.
Yeah.
And he kept the thing again under, and he's been doing a fantastic job
Yes.
throwing up good goalkeepers. So they feel, okay, Keshi Romo has been doing a fantastic job. Why change him?
But there's a possibility that if he did get the Ivorian job, what if he took Keshi Romo and
There's no if or when, because
what if he took them?
There's no if now. Today we are moving on this issue.
Another issue that I want us to trash out. You know, they have sacked this man. At what expense?
What expense in what way?
You know, I learned that they're going to pay him until they're going to pay him until he gets another job, or they pay him off entirely, and that will be to the amount of 120,
is that explicit in
120 million.
How? I don't understand.
You know,
Okay,
Keshi,
you mean
Keshi
it's 2 years?
Yes, Keshi earns 5 million.
2 months of the 2 years are already gone, so he's left with 22 months. So you mean we are going to be paying him
for the balance
5 million for the 22 months?
No, but they stated it in the press release that it is without prejudice.
Is that what it means?
They're going to pay him off. So at what expense?
No,
you can argue that.
No,
But if you are sacking the man, it means you have terminated his contract.
One thing I know about this NFF, this particular board, they are particularly. They would never do such a thing that will ensure that will involve them paying a man who never works for them anymore.
But they will not pay him off.
There would have been clauses stipulated there because they say without prejudice and with immediate effect.
Not so fast. Silvano Sopala, we are paying him till now.
Okay.
We are still paying him, and it's not working for us. We, as Nigerians, NFF, we are still paying Silvano Sopala because he got judgment from CAS.
That's payers' money.
So, but I think the real issue is it depends on Keshi. If Keshi goes to CAS with all of these things and he gets favorable judgment, maybe they have to pay him. But if they work out a gentleman agreement, we may not need to go to that.
There's nothing gentlemanly about this.
No, we can sort things out.
You wake up one morning and sack a man without his knowledge.
Let's move quickly and talk about Chan. Guys, before we forget, Chan qualifiers were played over the weekend. Let's run through very quickly some of the results. Don't forget, Nigeria will be playing in October. Our game is going to be against Burkina Faso. That's the only qualifying game we have, home and away in 1 week, and then probably we'll qualify. I'm sure we will qualify for Rwanda 2016. All right, so let's quickly run through now the results on your screen. Mozambique went to Seychelles, hammered them 4-0 to qualify 9-1. On aggregate, that was some bashing. Angola, Swaziland ended it 2-2, but Angola had won the first leg 2-0. Mauritius lost 0-2 to South Africa. South Africa qualified 5-0 on aggregate in that one. Gambia lost 0-1 to Senegal. Senegal qualified for the next round. Mali and Guinea-Bissau 3-1. Mali qualifying. And then you had Liberia and Guinea 1-1 in that one. And
Liberia.
Uganda qualifying because Uganda won away 3-0. That was when the coach of Tanzania was sacked.
Yes.
All right, so Uganda qualifying in that one. Burundi, okay, Liberia qualified. Burundi 2-0 over Djibouti. Burundi qualified. Kenya 0-0 with Ethiopia. I saw this game live. Ethiopia qualified 2-0 on aggregate. And of course, these are some of the results of CHAN qualifiers. Once again, Nigeria, Comoros, as Zimbabwe 0-0. Zimbabwe qualifying. Botswana 1-1 with Lesotho. Lesotho qualifying on away goals. Zambia 2-1 over Namibia. Zambia qualifying via penalties. These are results of 2016 African Nations Championship qualifiers played over the weekend. Guys, Tunde, I think today is the troublesome one. I think we should allow today to go. Let's allow today to go. And when today goes, after the break, Kayode Tijani will be joining us. And we'll be talking about the legend who left us so many years ago, Mudalawa, on Sports Tonight. Join us again.
It's corner kick. This is the first one this time. And Muda. And it's a goal this time. It is a goal this time. It is a very deliberate. He apologizes very promptly there. Free kick to Nigeria. Dukia Misimaka. It is a goal. It is a goal. The defenders looked like they were pole axed there as Muda lifted it across into the net. 2 goals to Nigeria. Long thrust. Muda Lawal is up front there. I think he's playing a different role here this afternoon. I think Muda Lawal has been made to strike this afternoon.